Hello and welcome. My name is Brenda with Sea Bright Spirit. Today I'd like to offer you a yoga practice to support your third eye chakra. This chakra sits right at the center of the mind, the center of the forehead behind the eyes. And it's the center that supports our intuition and our inner vision. It also is a chakra that's really important in tuning into our own perception. So not only how we see the world around us, but also how we see within ourselves. So as we move through this practice today, I really want to invite you to tune into your inner awareness. Be present to your body and your body's experience. And use that awareness to help guide yourself in your practice, so that you're always honoring yourself in every moment and every movement that you do. So this practice will really bring us inside of ourselves with a little bit of focused energy as well. We'll do a little pranayama at the end of the practice as well. So have something comfortable to sit on. And if you have a block or a book or something that you can use for one of the movements that we're going to do today, have that available as well. All right. So we're going to start on our bellies in crocodile pose. Crocodile pose, we stack our forearms, rest our forehead on our arms, or we can also grab a block or use a fist. But you want to feel like you're supported through your head and that your shoulders are comfortable. So let's come down onto the belly. Let the feet separate. Stack your forearms, as I mentioned, and rest your forehead on your arms. Let your hips relax. Let your body settle into the support of the floor, and use this posture here today to begin to find inner awareness. Find comfort in the body. Make any little adjustments for yourself. And then begin to tune into the flow of your breath. And let your breath begin to anchor your mind away from other distractions. What is the flow of your breath like today? Is it quick? Is it long? Is it smooth or fluctuating? Our breath is our first pathway we can use to begin to tune into our bodies and our experience. It's accessible all the time. So notice how you can begin to support yourself through your breath here. Perhaps sensing the breath drawing deep into the body, grounding the belly to the floor. Maybe a gentle releasing, a softening as you exhale. And in this way, you begin to calm the mind, using the breath, letting go of the movement of thoughts that we don't need right now. Cultivate this inner awareness. When you're ready, just letting the breath be natural, roll your head a little bit side to side, like you're massaging across the top of your forehead. Notice how that feels through that space in your body, supported with your arms. Or if you're using a fist or a block, just noticing how that feels. Bring your head back to center. Keep your eyes closed, keep your gaze downward and inward, and bring your hands right beside your shoulders, your chest. Tuck your forearms back by your rib cage and bring your feet together. Tops of the feet grounded with the floor, thighs engaged, pubic bone grounded. With an inhale, as your body lifts up, keep your eyes closed, but imagine you're looking upward towards the center of your eyes. the center of the forehead. Exhale, come down. Inhale, baby cobra. Looking upward and inward with the eyes. Exhale, come down. One more time with your breath. And exhale, come down. Now press into your hands, lift your hips up into the air. Keep your hips high, let your forehead come down to the floor, let the elbows come down to the floor, and just relax the forehead. Relax the head, relax the shoulders. Gazing inward, feel your body. And then with an inhale, bring yourself up into tabletop. Let's move through a little cat and cow here to awaken our chakra system to the whole body. Perhaps keeping your eyes closed still. Inhale, tailbone lifts, belly drops, crown lifts. Exhale, curling the tailbone in, rounding through the belly, the back, release the head. Inhale, cow, tailbone lifts, belly drops, crown lifts, maybe looking up towards the center of the mind. Exhale, curling inward. With your breath here, a couple more times. Inhale, come to center. Curl your toes under, lift your hips up, come up into downward dog, and just take a moment to ground to the feet, open the backs of the legs, feel your whole body. Nice and slow movements, attentive to your breath, attentive to your experience. What sensations are present here in your body? Maybe even noticing how you perceive yourself in space. How is your body shaped? Can you sense it? And when you're ready, bring your feet towards your hands. Come into a forward fold. Gently releasing the upper body forward, grounding through the feet. Gazing inward, feeling your breath in your body. Noticing that interaction. Now from here, inhale, lift your upper body to a flat back. Bring your hands just below your knees. Ground through your feet. We're going to sink the hips back, come into a chair pose. Take the arms straight forward, looking straight out through the hands. Take the hands straight in front, or if you want, maybe lift your gaze slightly, looking upward. Pause here, breathe deeply, find some strength through your whole body. Focused attention. Now inhale, press through the legs, take the gaze upward, reach through the hands, lengthen. Exhale, bring the hands down beside you. Give your shoulders a little roll. Stand tall, notice how you feel in your body. Look for subtle sensation, deep presence. And when you're ready, we're going to do a little eye movement for the eyes. So again, that perception really deeply starts within our looking eyes, but then that inward awareness as well. So for a moment, let's look outward and kind of open up the space and around the eyes. So just stand comfortably. I'm going to start by just taking your gaze straight up into the air. Relax and breathe normally, and then take your gaze straight down to the floor. It's almost like you're looking towards the tip of your nose. Inhale, take the gaze upward, and then exhale, take the gaze downward. Come back to center. Notice how that feels through the muscles around the eyes. Now we're going to look left and right. So when you're ready, just keep your head completely neutral. Look over to the left. Notice how that feels. Breathe naturally. Now look over to the right. Notice your own, what you see, your perception. Look over to the left. What you notice. Look over to the right. How far over can you see? And come back to center. Maybe just close your eyes for a moment. Rest the eyes. Notice any sensation around the eyes. Again, breath stays natural. Now we're going to move the eyes on a diagonal. So let's start by taking the gaze up to the right. To the right corner of the eyes. And then down to the left. Lifting the gaze up to the right. And then down to the left. And then just close the eyes, bring the eyes back to neutral. Notice how that feels. Any sensations in the eyes. Try not to strain the eyes too much when you do this. Just make it somewhat comfortable and observing. And then when you're ready, gaze up to the left. There'll be a little bit of effort, but try not to feel like you have to strain deeply. And then down to the right. Upper left corner. And then down to the right. And noticing what you see externally in your space. And then just close the eyes and again relax. We're going to do around the world. So we're going to do a big circle, but we want to do this very slowly so it's not disorienting, okay, as we stand here. So start by gazing upward, and then very slowly you're just going to start to look down to the right side, the right corner, down through the bottom side, and then over to the left, slowly up to the left corner, the side, and then all the way up to the top. And then go the other way. So down to the left, really slowly. Again, notice if you're creating tension in your body as you do this. Down very in front of you, and then over to the right, climbing up the other side of the room. Back up to center, looking upward, and then close the eyes and observe the sensation around the eyes. And turning your gaze inward, feel your body. Maybe feel the back of the eyes, the inner space of the third eye, just above the eyes and the forehead, to the crown of the head, and then downward through the body. Feel your whole body, your arms, your torso, your feet. Grounded with the floor, the legs steady, hips steady. And let's take a big breath, just sweep the arms up. Gaze upward and bring the hands down through heart center. All right. We're going to do an eagle balance pose. So bring your weight up over top of your right foot. Bring your hands to your hips to start. Cross the left leg over the right. Now you can just keep your left toes a bit at the floor to support your balance, or you can try balancing just on that right foot. Make sure your knee is nice and bent and we're kind of feel like we're sitting in a high chair. Then take the arms wide. As you exhale, right arm underneath left. You can just give yourself a big hug here, or if you can, reach for that left thumb with the right fingers and come into your eagle balance. Keep your gaze steady, keep your breath flowing, and find focus here. How's your breath? You feel in your body? When you're ready, release the hands, take the arms wide, straighten that standing leg, bring the other foot to the floor, and just walk your feet. Let it take a moment. Maybe release a sigh if you found that a little challenging. And when you're ready, you're going to bring your weight over into your left foot. You're going to cross the right leg over again. Maybe the toes are at the floor, or maybe you balance here. Relax through the shoulders, sit back in that high top chair, and then take the left arm underneath the right. Again, you can give a big hug to yourself here, or you can bring that left hand and grab onto the right thumb as you pause here in your eagle pose on your perch of steadiness, hopefully. But be playful and gentle. And really important to even tune into the self-talk that floats through your mind here. Let your breath be natural and find inner focus, inner vision, even as you perhaps gaze at that single point. Whenever you feel ready, take the arms wide. If you fall out, just let it go. Bring the feet together, roll the shoulders back. Pause, close your eyes and feel your body. Look for subtle sensation. Feel the breath. That ability to meet yourself where you're at, right here, right now. Now next we're going to do a little bit of a movement that moves the body and focuses on that awareness of perception as well. So take your feet wide. Now if you have that block, grab it, set it right in front of you, okay? Have the feet wide comfortably, the outer edges of the feet a little bit more parallel than the inner edges, so it feels like you're just slightly pigeon-toed. Hands at the hips, lengthen through the crown of your head. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, fold forward, okay? Feel the backs of the legs open, the inner thighs open a little bit, long through the spine, long through the crown. Bring your hands down to that block. And you want to feel like your shoulders are in alignment with your hips. You're not falling really far forward, and hopefully you're not too high either, okay? Just take a moment here to feel the backs of the legs open, the knees have just a slight bend in them, and feel the stability through both legs. So we're really grounded through our legs here. Our hips aren't going to move. You're going to take your left hand to the block. Now as you inhale, look at your right hand and lift your right arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring it back down. Switch the hands, right hand on the block, left hand. Inhale, look at the hand as it lifts up. Twisting open, exhale, coming back down. Now just keep moving with your breath here. There's a few things to focus on. Obviously that gaze of the hand. And then you can also tune into the sense of your hand, your arm, moving through the space around you. You can feel the touch of the air on your skin. You can also notice maybe the twisting through the body, grounding through the feet. There's so many different things that you can bring your attention to, your focus towards. So as you do maybe a couple more, just notice where your attention lies. Does it stay focused in one area? Does it kind of dance around between all of the different points of focus? Is there a sense of wholeness? Whatever that is for you. As the hands come back together and you finish that left side, now just fold forward, give yourself a moment here. Set the block to the side. Feel the spine release, close the eyes and give the head a little shake. Now inhale, come up, heel toe your feet together. Fold forward. And when you're ready, just turn yourself back towards the long edge of your mat if you've changed. Ground down through your hands, walk your feet back, come into downward dog. Maybe your eyes are closed. Again, feel your body. Notice your breath. When you're ready, inhale, come forward into a high plank. Just pause here for a moment. We're going to come into an upward dog, and there's a few different options you can do. So you just keep your toes curled under. When you're ready, drop your hips to the floor. You can turn onto the tops of the toes if you want. Pause from here and then drop the hips. Or you can drop your knees right to the floor if you want, and then let the hips sink forward. Whatever you choose, keep your core strong and press through the hands. And then inhale, lift through the crown and lift your gaze and actually look upward for a moment, like you're looking towards the third eye. Pause and breathe, strong arms. Again, adjust your body if you need to. Strong core, extending up through the body, all the way up to that third eye. Then when you're ready, drop your knees to the floor. Come back into a puppy stretch. Keep the hips high. Let the forehead come down to the mat. Pause, reflect, observe, and receive. Let your breath smooth out and just be attentive to your experience. What do you notice? We're going to come into a twist here, a thread the needle twist. So just ground the hands a little bit out in front of you here. And then take your right arm and thread that arm underneath your left arm. Take your forehead to the floor, the side of the head, the temple, and just ground through that temple. Keep your left hand grounded, hips reaching back and just lengthening through that right arm underneath the body. Support the weight that's leaning into the head, into that above the temple, so your ear isn't on the floor, it's just above the temple. Take a breath or two. Close your eyes, gaze inward. Feel the shape of your body, the sensations in your body. And when you're ready, lift up the head, bring that arm, ground it out in front, come back into puppy. Just take a moment to pause here. Head just balancing between the arms. And then we're going to do the other side. So lifting the upper body up a bit, just keeping that right hand kind of grounded out in front of you. Take the left arm, thread that left arm underneath the right. Take the top of the left temple to the floor. Ground a bit through that right hand and just twisting gently through the body, resting the left side of the head on the floor. Feel your body gazing inward. Feeling the shape or the awkwardness in the pose, whatever is present for you. Be gentle with your body, try not to force anything. And when you're ready, inhale, press into that right hand, bring that left arm back out. Again, puppy stretch here, lengthening. And when you're ready, bring yourself over onto your seat. There's a couple ways that we can do this. So starting with just the legs wide, if you have something you want to put underneath your seat, you can always grab a small blanket or something just to put underneath the pelvis, just to give it a little lift. And a forward bend is sometimes a little bit nice, just gives you a little extra length through your spine. Okay, so do that if that feels good for you. So first option, just to keep the legs wide, or if you want, you can curl your right foot in towards the left inner thigh. Now we're going to be turning towards the left and folding forward. Okay, so inhale, bring the hands behind you, lengthen through your spine, flex the left foot, keep that knee just a little bit bent, and then as you're ready, just fold a little bit towards that leg. Make sure you feel grounded, supported, and just feel your heart drawing towards the foot. Close your eyes. And whenever it feels right for you, you might take your hands beside, but just don't reach for your foot and pull yourself. Feel that length through the body. And then in and when you're ready, inhale, and just let the upper body fold forward. Now, it's kind of head to knee, but your head doesn't need to touch your knee. You're just folding forward, forehead towards the knee, closing your eyes, and then breathing into the whole back of the body. One last breath here, feeling what's present, not pulling, not forcing, just allowing. Noticing how the body slowly unfolds a bit, releases, and then inhale, slowly bring yourself back up. Good. Let's do the other side. So again, you might just turn your body to that side, or you can bring the left foot in beside the right inner thigh. We're going to inhale, lengthen, hands behind first. This just helps to kind of fold from the pelvis. Feel the hips opening, the back of the pelvis lengthening. Knee can have a slight bend in it here. Try not to reach with the chin. When you're ready, bring your hands beside. Keep lengthening through the spine for a couple more breaths. Really taking your time here, noticing how this feels. Ease or awkwardness, whatever's present for you. And then when you're ready, let your forehead fold towards the knee. Every breath, a gentle release. A gentle opening. Couple more breaths. Opening that channel along the side of the spine. One last exhale. When you're ready, inhale, bring your upper body back up again. Beautiful. Keep your gaze somewhat inward. Just sit comfortably for a moment. I'm just going to take, with the eyes closed, take the thumbs, the pads of the lower part of the thumb, right to the center of the third eye. I'm just going to sweep that that line of the thumbs across the forehead, like you're just opening up the third eye. Just doing that sweep maybe 3 times across the forehead, along the hairline. And then taking that same pat of the thumbs and just sweeping underneath the eyes along the cheekbone. Here, just maybe that energetic perception of opening the eyes. And just sweep as many times as it feels good for you. Maybe go back to the forehead for one more sweep, or again under the eyes. Relaxing the muscles around the eyes so that you can see clearly. And then just cupping the hands over the eyes for a moment, feeling some darkness here. And keep the eyes closed if you can. Transition yourself down onto your back, or maybe just slight gaze as you lie down. Let the back of the head ground against the floor. Let the legs stretch out. Find a comfortable posture for your arms. Make any little adjustments so there's nothing distracting your body. Take a deep inhale. And just relax. Bring your awareness to the third eye, space, the center of the forehead. We're going to move the mind through the body, connecting the mind into each space, observing sensation, and allowing relaxation. From the center of the mind, move your awareness down into the center of the throat. Notice the space in your body. What does it feel like? Down into the center of your chest. Your awareness to your right shoulder. Relaxing the shoulder, your right elbow, your right wrist. Palm of the right hand and the fingers. Bring your awareness back to your wrist, your elbow, and your shoulder. Whole right arm relaxed. Bring your awareness to the center of your chest. And over to the left shoulder. Down into the left elbow, sensing the wrist, palm of your left hand and your fingers. Back to the left wrist, the left elbow, and the shoulder. Whole left arm relaxed. Bring your awareness back to the center of your chest, tuning into your body here. Down into the belly, navel center. Down through the belly into the center of the pelvis. Notice the space in your body. Bring your awareness to your right hip. Right knee, your right ankle, bottom of your right foot and your right toes. Right ankle, your knee, your hip all relaxed. Center of your pelvis, the left hip, left knee, the left ankle, bottom of the left foot and the left toes. Left ankle, the left knee, and the hip. Sensing your body. Center of the pelvis, both legs relaxed. Bring your attention to your navel center, your heart center, your throat center, center of the third eye. As your physical body rests, tune into the subtle awareness of your body here. Feel your body from head to toe. Resting and receiving. Deeply present. And when you're ready, gently begin to reawaken your body from this restful state. Feel the sensation as you begin to move your fingers and as you begin to wiggle your toes. Maybe deepening the breath, drawing the knees to the chest or stretching out the body, whatever feels good for you. And rolling over onto your side. Taking a moment there with your eyes closed as you tune into yourself, your inner being. When you're ready, bring yourself back up to your seat. Gather a cushion or a chair or something to sit comfortably on. Sitting tall, rounding through the sit bones, lifting through the crown of your head. Relax the shoulders, let the face be soft. Gazing downward and inward, feel your body. Feel your body breathe. We're going to do a couple rounds of Nadi Shodhanam, alternate nostril breathing, to support the energy channels that end right at the third eye in the top of the nasal passage. So there's two channels of energy that run from the tip of the right nose, or the right nostril, and the tip of the left nostril. So we're going to do a pranayama practice called Nadi Shodhanam, alternate nostril breathing. This practice supports the third eye in balancing the channels of energy that run through the spine up to the center of the mind and down through the tips of the nose. So the channel of breath that moves through the right nostril is called Pingala, And the channel of breath that moves through the left nostril is called Ida. And this practice of alternating the breathing balances these energy channels that run all the way down through the chakra system to the tip of the tailbone. So for this practice, you want to have one hand ready with the thumb and the ring finger accessible, curling the index and the middle finger in towards the palm of your hand. You can rest your hand on your thigh, or you can rest your hand at your heart. I like to just rest my hand at my heart. And then we want to focus on this touch of the breath as it flows through both nostrils. Sitting tall and alert through the spine. And keeping the body upright as you bring your hand up towards your face. Now close off the left nostril and breathe out through your right nostril. Let your breath be natural. Close off your right nostril and breathe in through your left. Breathe out through the right, closing the left nostril. Breathe in through the left. Out through the right, and in through the left. Now as you rest your hand at your heart or your thigh, you might notice how one nostril was a bit more easy for breath to flow through than the other. That's completely normal, but it's part of what this practice offers in creating that balance. So just again, find your natural breath. And when you're ready, we're going to go the opposite direction. So bringing the hand towards the face, close off the right nostril and breathe out through the left. Close the left, breathe in through the right. Out through the left. In through the right. Out through the left. And in through the right. And just rest your hand naturally along your thigh. Breathe through both nostrils. Feeling that touch of the breath a little heightened through this space. And perhaps feeling a little bit of a deeper sensation through both nostrils. Maybe breathing a little bit more easily through both nostrils. And finding some focused inner awareness here. Just be present with yourself, with your breath. Notice your own perception. Letting go of expectation. Letting go of outcome. And just being. Tune in deeply with yourself here. Honoring what is, put your hands into your heart. And take a moment to bow to yourself in gratitude, for taking this time to cultivate your inner vision, your inner wisdom, this deep connection with yourself. And to perhaps be a bit more open to perception, to recognizing that you have a perception, that everyone around you has a perception. Sometimes they're similar and sometimes they're different, but each is valid. And sometimes perceptions change, and that is valid too. When you're ready, rub your hands together and build some warmth in your palms. Place your palms again over your eyes and just take a moment to receive that warmth as you slowly begin to open your eyes back into your palms, receiving that warm energy. And then as you wash your face, bringing your perception back into the room, into the space around you, remembering that connection between inner and outer always. I thank my body and spirit for this practice today, and I thank you for sharing your practice. Namaste. So may you see clearly, may you see inward and outward, and may your perception guide your path in the highest and greatest good. If you have any comments or questions about this practice today, please reach out to me, Brenda at seabrightspirit.ca, and I look forward to sharing a practice with you again soon. Namaste.